Okay, let's just admit it. We all want to take the perfect selfie. Who doesn't want to have a nice, professional-looking photo to post on their social media pages? Heck, I know I do.
Listen, I agree there. We all want to take those amazing photos. But joining us via Skype from New York is international photographer Nigel Barker. Nigel was a judge for 17 years on the show America's Next Top Model and hosted Oxygen Network's show The Face. Currently, Nigel's latest hit show, Top Photographer, is in its second season. Nigel, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you for having me on.
Nigel, do we have the face?
Do we have the face?
Do me and Eraldo have it?
I think you definitely have the face.
Yeah.
That's all we wanted to know. That's all we. Tell us how you take a perfect selfie? Give us your tips. Come on.
Some good tips now, okay?
You know what? After 30 years of being a professional photographer, that's exactly what I want to do, is impart my ways on how to take a selfie.
Yeah.
What the world of photography has got to. I can tell you one thing. Fashion photographers and portrait photographers, what we don't do is get the camera and here's my phone. Right? What we don't do is we don't put it in front of us, lift it right way above our head and look up, which is what most people do with a selfie.
Exactly.
Right? I know why they do that. They do that to eliminate the double chin. Now, the problem with that, though, is that it makes your head very big and your body very small. So unless you wish to have a giant head and a small body, it's not really the way to go, just to get rid of a few pounds. So I have a trick for you. Here we go. Watch this. Watch and learn. I'm not going to do it.
There we go.
Here we go. I'm taking notes.
Out here. Now, chin up.
Yep.
Feel that muscle pull underneath. When you come down, you look into that camera, you're ready, and you take that picture. But have it at arm length, right just below your head. That's where a fashion photographer would take the picture. Everything's in proportion. Now you go up, down like a turtle, look into the camera, shoot the picture. And
there you go.
Seconds to take that picture before the turkey gobble comes back down again. So be quick and make sure you get it right. I call it the turtle.
Okay, so we're going from candy apples to being turtles now. I got it. I'm focused.
So Nigel, talk to us about Mimeo Photos.
Yeah.
The great app.
Thank you very much. Well, I've become the creative director of Mimeo Photos, and one of the reasons why, for me, making books is so important, which is exactly what Mimeo Photos does, is because we live in a world of Instagram, we live in a world of Facebook, where we put pictures up, they last for a day if you're lucky, and then we're on to the next thing. And there are so many great photos out there. And of course, nowadays, with Instagram and over 1 billion people on Instagram and people with phones, with cameras all over the world taking stunning pictures, it's so nice to immortalize pictures. And that's what Mimeo Photos does. Now, Mimeo Photos, you wouldn't have heard of them in the past because they were actually the people that created the books for Apple. So whenever you made a book on an Apple, on your Mac, using iPhoto or Photo, you were actually having it printed by Mimeo Photos. You just didn't know it. But now Apple and Mac are no longer making books. Mimeo Photos took over the helm and are actually making the identical types of books. And we've done upgrades. And I've come in as the creative director to really help with all kinds of elements of the way it's printed, the kinds of frames that we want, the styles of the books. And we've really had the most extraordinary past 6 months. We run really fun competitions online, and Mimeo Photos has boomed. And it's a great app because, first of all, it's free. And it's super easy to use. It integrates exactly with photo on your computer.
So Nigel, tell us a little bit about the photo walk with Apple.
Well, and this is another extension of this, and it's something kind of fun. I've just started to do these photo walks, and for me, I didn't start as a teacher of photography, right? I work on TV shows. You get to see me behind the scenes. I oftentimes work with models, but I myself have always loved photographing my city, which is New York City. I've been in New York for over 20 years. I created this sort of big archive of imagery of the way this New York looks, feels, breathes, the city that never sleeps. And now I'm going to DC, where there's a new Apple store that's opened in the Carnegie Library. And as creative director of Mimeo Photos, we're going over there and leading a photo walk for Apple around DC, taking pictures and trying to really translate the city. And look, it seems easy enough. There you go, you take a picture, you take a snapshot. But what I'm challenging people to do is to put emotion into the pictures. When I take a picture of a person, I look to see the story behind the individual. What are they thinking? What are they about? What have they done? What are they about to do? It's the same when you're shooting an actor or an actress. What is the movie they've been in? What is their next film? Who are they as actual people outside of the characters that they play? Well, when you photograph buildings and sky, you can think of the same thing too. You think about, what does that building remind you of? Is the sky right now, the clouds in the sky, are they angry? Are they happy? Is it sunny? Is it bright? Does that building remind me of some Gotham building that, maybe Batman could be living in there? So depending on your angle and the way you shoot it and where you expose it, you can create a story in your picture. And I'll be doing it with a phone. So I'm really taking it back to Instagram because, look, we criticize phones often for being, okay, they're not cameras, they're phones. But actually today, you have incredible cameras on your phone. So it's going to be a little step out of my own comfort zone as I go on and really shoot solely on a phone, because although I do that, it's not my usual go-to.
Right.
But at the same time, it's about getting over all these things and saying, look, it's about the vision. How do I take a picture? And then putting it together in a Mimeo book when we get back to Apple after the walk, and showing people how to turn those photographs into an actual story.
Okay.
We need like a Nigel Barker
Yes.
filter on
Yes.
Instagram
Yes, we
that
do.
tells the story of
Tells the
every
story.
photo that I do. What do you think? That's not bad.
It's not a bad
Nigel.
idea. That's a great idea, actually.
Exactly. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
joining
Nigel.
us today. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Take care.
I feel now I can take the proper selfie and not look like a candy
Absolutely.
apple.
Of course.
Do it now.
Go for turtle. Go for turtle.
Bye. Bye, Nigel.
Thank you so much, Nigel. Still to come, we're going to give you some easy ways to eat healthy. And yes, we mean easy. Just a few simple steps and you can have delicious meals for the entire family.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with physician assistant Jessica DeLuise to talk healthy meal planning.